Have you ever found yourself questioning your own sanity in a relationship, feeling like your memories are being rewritten, your perceptions distorted, and your reality slowly eroding? You're not alone. Many women find themselves trapped in a fog of confusion, constantly second-guessing their experiences and emotions. This isn't accidental. It's the insidious work of gaslighting. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation where a person, often a partner, makes you doubt your own memory, perception, and sanity. It's not a single event, but a slow, systematic erosion of your trust in yourself. Imagine a subtle shift in the air, almost imperceptible at first. But over time, it changes the entire climate of your world. It begins with small denials. "I never said that. You're too sensitive." These seemingly minor dismissals chip away at your confidence, making you wonder if your interpretation of events is flawed. The insidious nature of gaslighting lies in its subtlety. It doesn't announce itself with dramatic accusations. Instead, it weaves a web of doubt through consistent invalidation. You might recall a conversation clearly, only to be told it never happened, or that you imagined it. Your feelings are dismissed as overreactions, your concerns labeled as paranoia over time. This constant questioning of your reality creates a deep cognitive dissonance. Your internal experience clashes violently with the narrative being imposed upon you, leaving you disoriented and desperate for an explanation. Why are intelligent, empathetic women particularly vulnerable to this manipulation? It's often because your greatest strengths become your Achilles heel. Your capacity for understanding, your desire for harmony, and your willingness to see the best in others can be exploited. You're more likely to give the benefit of the doubt, to seek explanations for inconsistent behavior, and to believe that if you just communicate better, things will improve. This empathy, when weaponized, becomes a tool for your own undoing. You become so focused on understanding their perspective that you lose sight of your own. The neuroscience behind this is both fascinating and terrifying. Our brains are wired for connection and predictability. When faced with chronic uncertainty and emotional invalidation, especially from someone we are attached to, our nervous system goes into overdrive. The constant state of confusion and anxiety triggers a stress response, flooding our bodies with cortisol. This sustained stress impairs cognitive function, making it harder to think clearly, recall memories accurately, and trust our own judgment. It's like trying to navigate a dense fog with a flickering flashlight. Every step is uncertain, every shadow a potential threat. This constant state of emotional whiplash is often linked to intermittent reinforcement, a powerful conditioning schedule. One moment, you're showered with affection and validation. The next, you're met with coldness, denial, or outright hostility. This unpredictability creates a powerful dopamine loop. Your brain becomes addicted to the reward of their approval, constantly seeking to understand what you did wrong to lose it, and what you can do to get it back. This cycle keeps you hooked, desperately trying to solve a puzzle that has no logical solution. Because the confusion itself is the intended outcome. You start to betray yourself, ignoring your gut feelings, dismissing red flags, rationalizing their behavior. You might find yourself apologizing for things you didn't do, or accepting blame for their actions, just to restore a temporary sense of peace. This emotional self-betrayal is a direct consequence of the gaslighting, as you prioritize the manipulator's version of reality over your own internal truth. The pattern becomes clear: the confusion, the self-doubt, the feeling of losing your mind. It's all induced. It's not accidental. It's a deliberate strategy to gain control. The path out of this fog begins with a radical act of self-trust. You must reclaim your internal authority. Start by acknowledging that your confusion is not a sign of your inadequacy, but a symptom of manipulation. Your feelings are valid, your memories are real, and your perceptions are your own. This is not about blaming the other person, but about recognizing the pattern and understanding its impact on you. Emotional detachment, in this context, is not about becoming cold or uncaring. It's about achieving nervous system independence. It means disentangling your emotional well-being from the unpredictable behavior of another person. It's about recognizing that their actions and words do not define your reality or your worth. When they deny, deflect, or distort, you no longer engage in the futile attempt to convince them. You simply observe, acknowledge, and protect your own internal space. Rebuilding internal trust involves consciously validating your own experiences. Keep a journal, even if it's just mental notes of events and conversations. When you feel that familiar pang of doubt, refer back to your own record. Trust your gut feeling, that quiet whisper that tells you something is off. This is your intuition, your internal compass, trying to guide you back to yourself. Clarity is the ultimate antidote to manipulation. When you see the pattern for what it is, the power it holds over you diminishes. The confusion lifts, not because the manipulator changes, but because your internal landscape shifts. You stop seeking their validation because you have validated yourself. This is not a pep talk. It is an awakening. It is the quiet, profound realization that your reality is yours to define. And no one has the right to take that from you. Your sanity, your truth, your self-trust. These are non-negotiable. Reclaim them